Alrighty, so let's look for some content. Let's do the real estate theme. So this will work for realtors, brokers, interior design people, builders, anyone of that nature. All right, it'll actually work for anybody. You just look under different keywords and hashtags because I'm making several videos for this. So what are we going to do? We're going to look for highly engaging content. We're going to use Instagram, and we could also look on Pinterest. And then we're going to download that content. We're going to save the content creators' Instagram handle so that we could tag them later on. And then we're going to, in later videos, we'll schedule that content. So here's a note. Generally, you want to get permission from the content creator beforehand. So if you're a smaller brand, it's pretty much fine to just repost content and tag the content creator. If you are a larger business and you have attorneys and things of that nature, or you're afraid of getting sued or whatever, there's always like 1 out of 100 content creators who's like really not cool. So if you want to avoid that discussion, reach out directly to these creators and ask for permission first. I've never had an issue with it because generally you have all these people taking great photos and doing all this stuff, and then you're reposting, you're tagging them, and you're giving them the credit. Then they're just their work is getting out there, and they appreciate that. They just want the credit. I've talked to multiple photographers about this. All right, so first what you want to do though is you want to download a couple extensions. So you could literally just Google Instagram download Chrome, right? And if you do that, you're going to find this or other Chrome extensions. Downloader for Instagram is a great one. You add to your Chrome. So if you don't have Chrome, you should get Chrome. And you do want to work from your desktop. You can do this on your phone. I do curate a lot of content on my phone while watching Netflix. That's my Netflix and chill. And then another Chrome extension you want to download is called Clout HQ, CLOUTHQ. You look for that. There's only one tool called that. Download that. And now you have your 2 tools, your 2 Chrome extensions, and then we could go to Instagram. What are we doing? Real estate. We're doing real estate. All right, here we're at Daquan for some reason. And let's just look up the hashtag real estate. Crazy, huh? You thought it'd be more complicated than that, didn't you? All right, so generally it's the top 9. The first 9 posts are top posts. They're either trending or just doing very well. So that one's obviously doing very well. That one. These are all performing highly. And this is real estate. Obviously, that's not in America. So if you just want to highlight travel and things, you could do this for travel too. All right, so we chose one. This is really cool. Let's say you want to post this, right? You have your extension, you download it, and what you want to do is you want to copy the Instagram handle. We'll throw it in your content bucket. And save their name. There it is. So that's the content creator. You would tag them. If you want to create the copy or anything, you could go ahead and do that. And let's look at this account now. So we went from real estate. This is going a little bit down the rabbit hole. This looks like a theme account. And they have a lot of great content here. So if you want to go through and you just want to be, highlighting some luxury real estate stuff, just go to town. Of course, you want to collect their names and go in that direction. Another advantage too with this kind of account is you could reach out to this account directly, DM for shout outs and credit. So if you want to get shout outs and you want to sell your clients, when in your listing presentation or something, you could say, I'm going to have you featured to 1 million Instagram followers, or have your home featured to 1 million Instagram followers. Then, you pay this guy and you pay someone else with 600,000 followers, and it might cost, $50 or $100 for that. So like if it costs you an extra $150 to get the listing, I think it's worth it, especially if you're dealing with the luxury market. And even if you're not and you just want a cute little house, here you go. All right, so let's look at the top most viral posts or the most engaging posts on this account. How do we do that? This is the Clout HQ extension. If you don't have as many extensions as I do, it'll just show up here. It's that little megaphone thing. And these are the top posts based on the past, it looks at the top 60 or your last 60 posts. And then it tells you which ones are the best. So this has 22,000 likes, 17,000, 16,000, 16, and 16. All right, so let's look at the 22,000 like posts. General rule of thumb, if something's performed very well at one time, it'll perform very well again. So here's the content creator. And we download the image, and we're just going to throw them in the content bucket, right? So there's a couple steps to it. It's not flawless. I mean, if you want to just be a savage and download things, don't tell anyone I told you to do that. But, I'm not in the business of policing people. So whatever floats your boat. And we could even look at this account. So this is, a house designer. Let's say you are kind of in the design space and you really like a lot of this person's content. This is a good time to establish a relationship, and you just DM this guy directly and say, hey, love the content. I'd really like to have you featured on my Instagram account. It's in the process of growing, or I have X amount of followers, or whatever it is. I just think my fans would really like it. Can I repost your content if I tag and credit you in there? And then there's I'd say there's over a 90% chance he'll say yes. And these are the top posts of his. So personal posts and things of that nature. It's his personal Instagram. So I would generally go back to, this kind of thing. The next step too is you could go back to hashtags, or you could do a little drop down method and look at similar accounts. Bam, 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 bam. Right? And now we have all these other accounts to start looking at for content. And also in real estate, a great case study is Airbnb. So I just look at Airbnb's Instagram. They have great, great content. I curate a lot of stuff from Airbnb, and their entire Instagram feed is curated content from Airbnb users. So it's just a simple process. It's really a no-brainer. You don't need to use your brain. You just start looking at all these Instagram accounts, and then you look at the top posts, and you click on them. And if it's something you want to highlight and feature, you put it on your account, and you tag the creditor or whoever created the content, and then you go from there. These large accounts, you could reach out and have them feature your client's content. I would actually save this URL and maybe save some of these that you prefer their URLs, and then save it on in a notepad so that you could go back later and start curating content again. And it's just that simple. Now, let's say you want to focus on a specific area or market. I grew up in Thousand Oaks, so Westlake Village had some nice homes. So let's just look at the hashtag Westlake Village, and you could also look at the check-in and things of that nature. So this is in Westlake. You might know some of the agents out there. Jordan Cohen's really big out there. Shane Holmes. So maybe you want to reach out to Shane and be like, hey man, I love your content. I want to repost some of your stuff. Um, it's that simple. It's Thousand Oaks Homes. There's actually an Instagram called that. So um, you don't want to get too niche specific, but these are the top posts on Thousand Oaks. Another cool thing. So if you're a realtor and you're focusing on your community on top of just highlighting homes, maybe you want to um, find other businesses in Thousand Oaks. So maybe you just want to find other businesses in Thousand Oaks and then reach out to them and repost their content, highlight them. So maybe you have a particular restaurant there, right? So we have, Mediterraneo's popular in Westlake, or Boccaccio, or the Tipsy Goat, or anything like that. So you could do all of this kind of stuff. So here's a check-in location here. So these are people that actually created content and checked in at a location. And it's a little bit, probably don't want to post that on Instagram. But yeah, you could start going through and looking. I mean, it's not all going to be a slam dunk, but it's going to be okay. And that's the way to go. Thank you.